Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kwanzaa, and today I'm coming at y'all with some information, some knowledge, man. Information and knowledge is very powerful. We're gonna be talking about how I got started in my IT career. It was free, and just where I'm at now and what I'm doing with it. And let's get right into it, man. All right, so first of all, I'm from South Carolina. I'm 31 years old. These programs that I'm gonna be going over are for South Carolina residents. It don't matter if you stay in Columbia, Aiken, Florence, Clemson, all over South Carolina. But I'm gonna be honest. Say you stay in like Georgia, Augusta. Augusta is right across the water. You know what I'm saying? If you know someone in South Carolina with a South Carolina address, I took these classes back in 2024. I don't know how the program is set up now, but I feel like if you know somebody with an address in South Carolina and you stay in Georgia, you might be able to get away with it, because I don't think they really ask for ID and all that. I could be wrong, but it's worth trying. It's worth seeing. And if you can't, you can't. But you know what I'm saying? Do with the information as you may. Anyway, so let's go over the programs that Aiken Tech offer, man. I think this is so dope of them to offer these programs for free. FREE. For free. Look, continuing education courses. Looking to build new skills or advance in your career? The Office of Continuing Education offers practical, focused training in areas like healthcare, technology, skilled trades, and leadership development. Flexible options, short-term formats. You can move forward with your schedule. Contact my lady, Miss Phillips, right here if you're interested. But let's go over these programs. So, man, first you got whatever pre-license is, OLP. I ain't gonna get into all that. You got leadership classes, 5S training, safety, 7 habits of highly effective people, A+ certification. That's what we'll be talking about. CDL A class, man, for free. That is dope. Go and get your CDL, nigga. It's like, let me stop. You got the CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus. We'll be talking about those too, because that's what I did. Defense driving, flux core, arc welding, man. They got like 2 or 3 welding programs on here. Intro to computers. You know what I'm saying? Just dope stuff, man. Microsoft Office, another welding program, OSHA 30 training. Excuse me. OSHA 10, OSHA 30 training. Tower technicians. Property management course, like if you in the real estate, I'm guessing that's what it is, something along that line. Welding fundamentals, man. Come on. Tower tech, come on, man. You can't beat that. But let's get straight into this. So I used to work at Bridgestone. I was in plants and warehouses, man. My last job I had was at Bridgestone. I was there for about 4 or 5 years, 12-hour swing shift. I knew that's not what I wanted to do, man. That's not what I wanted to do. I was like, I need a career, something I can settle in, grow in, and you get what I'm saying. And I'm 31 now. I was like 28-ish, somewhere up in there when all this stuff came to me. Figured out about the classes, and then I was like, okay, let's do it. And I to be honest, I'm glad I had the balls to leave Bridgestone. You have to have courage to take steps in life, man. So I'm glad I had the courage and the balls to actually leave Bridgestone and to not get stuck, in a sense, because they do pay you good. But anyway, man, so I left August of 2023, and then January 2024, I started my first class. My first class was my A+ class, right? So my A+ class, if you never been in IT before and you want to start and say you go do these programs, I would tell you start A+, Network Plus, Security Plus. And because that's what I did. And currently I only have my Network Plus and my Security Plus. But I'm gonna be honest, that's all you really need. But I'm gonna tell you to go do A+ first, because of all the language and the lingo and the verbiage that you learn. It really helps you when you go to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Because in A+, it's 2 tests to pass it. It's 2 exams. I only passed one of them, and I thought I could use my Network Plus voucher to go retake it, but it didn't work like that. So I just said, fuck it, I'll just go Network Plus, Security Plus. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't paying out of pocket for it. But the A+ teaches you so much stuff. Like it's the biggest of the exams. It's the biggest of all 3 but it covers basic stuff. Like part of it is the software of a computer, and the other part is like the hardware, like the USBs and all that type of stuff like that. RAM, how it looks inside the computer, etc. All right, and then you got most jobs that you can get with just a Network Plus be like basic level help desk stuff, very basic level help desk stuff. Best Buy, you know, the Geek Squad people, that type of thing like that you can get with A Plus. And then you got the CompTIA Network Plus. This is more like networks, like routers, you know, switches, bridges, that type of stuff like that. Local area networks, routing protocols, that type of stuff like that. Very more in depth. It's more of a lane driven. A Plus is very broad. Network is very networking. Security Plus is very security wise, like protecting. That's how I always try to describe it to people. Basically, you got the hardware, the computer, the router, the etc. That's the A Plus. And then how you connect to the internet, that's the network. Your network in the house, your router, your Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? What you connect to. And then you got to protect that. So think of it like that. A Plus, the Network Plus, Security Plus. You have to protect it after you build it and get it. Like, oh, I can connect to the internet. Now you have to protect the internet. So, and yeah, so then you'll go to the security. The security to me is probably the easiest one because it's more abbreviations and you know, just remembering three-letter acronyms, that type of thing. Like those, oh, I know that means that this, you know what I'm saying? It's more a memorization type thing. Network Plus is probably the hardest just because it's you have to know networking, you know what I'm saying? But I do have my Network Plus and my Security Plus. So it helps me out when I'm applying to jobs and stuff like that. I'm gonna put my resume up on the screen as well. Give me 1 second. Should already have this stuff up here for y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is my resume, and I'll go through basically all my jobs and what I'm doing and that type of thing like that. So, all right. So anyway, man, yeah, these are the free programs. And like I said, they pay for your schooling. They pay for your books. They pay for everything. If you look right here, the cost is $2,500. They pay for it. The cost $2,500. They pay for it. The cost $2,500. They pay for it. So that is very dope, man. I think that is so cool that they pay for that. That is so amazing to me. But anyway, man, they pay for your books and everything. And what I want people to look at too, mainly, is this right here. So you see the class dates. So if you started this year, the class is 2 days a week from 5:30 to 9:30. And they understand that you got families, jobs, obligations. They don't expect you to be at every single class. When I took it, I missed some classes here or there. You know what I'm saying? Just communicate with the professor, let them know what's going on. They're understanding. You know what I'm saying? Just try not to miss too much because you still have to learn this stuff. And so the classes are from February 3rd to March 24th. That's like a month and 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Give or take. You meet 2 days a week. So that's like 4 weeks. That's like 7 weeks. You probably got 14 classes, somewhere, give or take like that. And the teachers try to teach you as much as they can in the short time that they can. But, you know, a lot of it's going to come from self-studying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your knowledge and stuff that you apply is going to come from self-studying. So if you're not self-studying, then it ain't gonna matter what the teacher telling you and stuff, because it requires you to put forth effort too. The teachers are trying to teach you a lot in a little bit of time. So if you're not going home studying or planning to study it, do like an hour a day for about 3 times a week or something like that. Just looking over certain stuff, then you may not pass the exam. And you have up to 1 year after the exam to take it. So say you took the A plus class, right? And you got done on March 24th. You will have until March 24th of 2027 to take that exam. So just keep that in mind too. It ain't no pressure. You got time. It's just about applying yourself and doing it. Now, I'll go over what I use to study and basically do test simulations, how I use to study. So if say the teacher going over something in there and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, maybe they're going too fast, or maybe I'm just not listening. You know, that could be that thing too. But when you get home, if you like want to study, this is who I use, Professor Messer. This guy is the best person as far as teaching you the language, the lingo, and the verbiage of what you studying. And the beautiful thing about him, very organized man. I love that. Say you studied Security Plus, and these exams change about every 3 to 5 years or something like that, if I ain't mistaken. So make sure you're not studying the wrong one, even though the variations going from one version and then they upgrade to another one don't be that much. Just make sure you study in the right one. They probably add like another course or two in it. It don't be too much. If you studying for the 701, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the latest version of the Security Plus that they paying for, just make sure when you go to study it, you study in the right one. So you'll click his videos, and man, you just go through his study guides, and just he literally breaks down every single thing. Like it's amazing. Let me go to one. So you'll go to one right here. He did this one from 4 months ago. You'll click it, go into it.
Able to build an
He's
app
basically
with your
just
name
going
on it,
over
just by thinking about it.
all his
Base
all his
44.
stuff.
Well, look at
Like he'll do test questions with the group. You know what I'm saying? Just a very dope dude, very dope, you know, thing. So I use him to study the verbiage and the lingo and everything. And then I used to use this guy named Cyberdean, but he's not on here anymore. But I'm gonna be honest, all you have to do is type in Security Plus or Network Plus. That's the word I was looking for, acronyms earlier. I kept saying abbreviations, but I meant acronyms. Test exam questions, man, and stuff. It's stuff all over YouTube. I used this guy before. This guy is very good too. Okay, so what I want to tell you to do is I need you to study the language first, because you have to understand the language, the verbiage, and then you go test yourself on it. And it's okay if you fail. It's okay if you don't get every word, but use these to test yourself. You know what I'm saying? Quiz yourself. And man, it's a very clean process. I know it ain't sexy. Studying ain't sexy, but it is what it is. All right. And then, so you go take the test and you want to, like, how I get in my field, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So getting into my field, man, it was a struggle at first, man. I remember I started running out of money because I got bills and stuff to pay. I had started working at Walmart maybe about 6 months after I left Bridgestone, 7 months, something like that. I was in school, but I needed, you know, back and forth money. I needed some pocket change. So I started working at Walmart, and I was applying to these jobs. I hadn't got my, when did I get my Network Plus? I got my Network Plus certification date July 16th. So yeah, I got that July 16th, and I started applying to jobs. And my first job that I got, man, Guidant Global took a risk on me. You know what I'm saying? Because going from on my resume, all you see is plant warehouse work, machine technician, machine operator, you know, that type of stuff like that. And it's like, he's applying to these. You know what I'm saying? You got to beef your resume up a little bit in a way to show that, okay, I'm lane switching. And so my first job was Guidant Global. I was at Augusta State Medical Prison. It was a short-term contract. And we were basically implementing this company called Centurion into their systems, like printers, you know, that type of stuff, printers, computers, just the whole network system. That was a short-term contract, but it gave me the experience that I needed. I put it on my resume, I'm applying. And by the time this was ending, I had got a call from Tech Systems. Tech Systems is a contractor that's out here. And man, you have to apply on all these websites, like just IT, contractor, IT, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in a North Augusta, the greater Augusta area, you know what I'm saying? So luckily it's a tech field out here in Augusta, especially with the military base, Eisenhower and Gordon. But anyway, so this contract was basically, this was MCG Health. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the area, I was basically a part of that integration, putting all the computers and systems and all that stuff in, and we transferred to Wellstar. That was like a 6-month contract. You know what I'm saying? 6-month contract, smooth. It was good, man. Met some amazing people there. Met some beautiful women there. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. And then after that contract ended, I started at Fort Eisenhower, Fort Gordon. I had to get like a lot of shots and stuff like that. If anybody ever got basically initiated into that environment, the DOD, you know all the stuff you got to get, immunization shots, all that stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. I was out there for about 6 months. It was a great job. I was working for HP, like the computers and printers. It was a great job, man. And everything was cool. I left because I just got a better job opportunity, honestly. And that's currently where I'm at. Like currently, I was working for the government with E-Team with the Fort Eisenhower contract, but that was Department of Defense. I now work for the Department of Energy. The Department of Energy is way more just, I don't know, they just got better perks and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just the company I work for, but very dope job. Company I work for is DNI. I work at Savannah Riverside, man. And going from Fort Gordon to DNI, man, I got like a fucking $12,000 raise. That's the beauty about IT. I'm not gonna lie. You may start off slow. You may start off like, damn, I made a mistake. Did I make the right decision leaving Bridgestone? It's like I'm struggling. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you get these, as you progress in IT, get certifications, get, you know, experience. Your salary is literally, I got a $12,000 raise basically in 1 month. You know what I'm saying? I went from making that, I left, and now I'm making that. It wasn't even a month. Probably was a few weeks, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty of IT. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of betting on yourself, picking a career, and choosing it and sticking with it. And man, I'm blessed, man. I am so damn blessed. That's why I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. It's not that I don't go through stuff. I'm human just like the next person, but I'm just so damn grateful. I'm just so damn grateful and blessed. And that's everything to me. But yeah, man. And they sponsored me for a clearance. Sponsored me for a clearance, $12,000 bump. Yeah, man, I'm just blessed. And that clearance is so huge because, especially working in the government, being in IT, man, it just opened up so many doors. You know what I'm saying? It gets you heads up over when you applying and putting in resumes, and you know what I'm saying, applying to jobs, and just give you more up. You know what I'm saying? So always good to have. But yeah, man, this is my resume. This is what I'm currently doing, and this is how my resume look, man. And just very, very glad I took the risk. It was scary at first, but well worth it, man. So if you see any of these courses on here that you want to do, man, get in contact with my lady, Miss Phillips or Miss Freeman down here, and they'll walk you through the process. It's very smooth. Just apply yourself and have the courage and the balls to actually do it. And you won't regret it, man. When God see you working, when he see you progressing and putting in effort, time, and energy, he gonna meet you. He gonna meet you halfway. He probably meet you more than halfway, but you get what I'm saying. And if you like the video, man, share it, spread it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. It's your boy Kwanzi. Peace.